I hope everybody is doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love. It is so greatly appreciated. Um, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to, as well as the people that are just, just now starting to watch my videos. Just keep going. A lot of things can be very heavy on our hearts that we are constantly going through, but trust and believe there's a purpose behind that you are feeling and what you're being guided towards. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and hitting you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting, informative, or just give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and needing spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated on all levels. And I totally appreciate the support you've been giving me, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music that I'm listening to in the background is called Tranquility Music for a Positive Mind. 528 hertz mindfulness meditation for inner peace and self healing. Excuse me, y'all, my throat is dry. This morning I'm having like hot and cold flashes. I don't know. It ain't time for me to go through the change, but it is like really working. It's like I'll be really hot 1 minute, and next thing you know, I got all these daggone fans on, and I'm just like, okay, now I'm cold. So I end up putting me one of my long shirts on. It goes off the shoulder, and I said, well, I'll be just comfortable then. But the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. The universe is prepping you for so much more you would need it. I know this morning I did a positive post this morning. I usually, just shoot y'all, the community post and keep it moving. But it was like, I haven't really said too much in my my posts when I put up my pictures and stuff. I usually give some that are like empath facts or, something to make you laugh and make you think, and something that can be that positive reminder to you when things start to get heavy on your heart. So, I always just try to give you that friendly reminder, everything that goes on for your life is happening for a reason. There's so much you have to prepare yourself for, and it's hard at times when you're going through really heavy situations where you feel like you're very overwhelmed, or you're feeling like, okay, you're doing because it gives days, and stuff like that. And I just been going through things, so I try to take breaks as much as I can, because it's like with everything that's going on, it's like the more I stay in contact with people, it's like the stronger my gift gets. And it's like the stronger my gift gets, and I get overwhelmed with a lot of different things that's going on in my personal life, it heightens everything else. So it was just like when I did that post, I really spoke from my heart. Hell, I always speak from my heart. But it was like when it's allowing me to put my own personal insight that I know a lot of people may relate to. We go through a lot of things, and what your knowledge is trying to take you, or, just understanding what is taking place in your life as being an empath. A lot of times we don't know exactly what we are when it comes to being empath. Some people may feel like it's when you're different like that, they don't understand the things that they fear what they don't understand, so they don't want you to talk about that. Or there are certain things we may think that we might be having a mental breakdown. There's a lot of people that don't understand us on that empathic level, so they don't see things past the 3D, you know. So a lot of times we're going towards something because we feel like our life is missing something or is not feeling fulfilled. And there's things that you really wanted in your life that will, most likely have a big purpose within your path, as well as financial, whatever things you're trying to achieve in your life, that can be very positive. And a lot of times we get upset because We go through so many ups and downs in our life. We're going on a path. They tell you to go one way, you go that way. They go take you to go to another one, and you end up going to that one and still get, have a fallback or a setback. And a lot of times it can be, it can be very conflicting if you're a type of person that don't have faith, or you don't believe in the inevitable, or or you're just so used to things failing in your life. You've always had to go through a struggle. But a lot of times you have to allow yourself to step back and see what is being taught to you. Because if you keep constantly going through the same thing over and over again, you're totally missing the messages, what is coming towards you. And it's just like, I've gone through it myself. I tell y'all all the time, I've gone through these things. I'm not going to sit up here and say one thing and then preach another, because, I shouldn't be telling somebody something I know I'm not going to go by. There's times I didn't have faith in anything because of everything. It just felt like everything was crapping on my life. No matter how good I was to people, I always got a stab in the back as soon as I, let my guards down. Or, I was going out there to be positive, but all I did is get back crap. And that made me want to draw back at times. I was like, F people, I've done this. I've been nice to people, or I've been wanting to go for this, and you don't want to give it to me, and this is the thing you sent me out for. I was all up in my feelings. You was like, me and God were like this. And I was just like, hey, you better respect. That's the one person you don't need to be going off on, because he can make and break anything in your life. And he has a very dark sense of humor. That's not somebody you want to piss off. So it was just like, I had to really allow myself to reevaluate myself. Like your parents say, oh, you better draw back before, you better not say something to me you're going to regret, because you can't take it back. So I had to allow myself to stop getting in my feelings and see what the universe is really trying to show me, on a different perspective, because the way I'm looking at it is going to have me all up in my feelings and make me want to shut down on everybody. Then I had to allow myself to know, if you're going to have to be able to go do things because they want to see how bad you want this. Are you very hungry for succeeding? And this is not just about you, but about you, but it's about people you're trying to come in contact with. The things you're trying to achieve, because you knew what it felt like to not be understood. You knew how it felt when you couldn't really speak to anybody because everybody thought your ass was crazy. All these different things is, taking place in my life that I know other people can totally relate to. And then when I allowed myself to step back and really see, because a lot of times change can be painful when you are fighting your change. Those are the things that when you need to stop thinking about things that has happened to you like that, because a lot of times we block our blessings because we are still gun set on those things that has transpired in our life. Yes, I understand it has hurt you to the core, and you have wanted justice. You want people to be recognized for the things that they have placed in your life, and it hasn't been. But when your main focus is on about getting revenge, nothing is going to go right for you. When you have gone somewhere and just had that V for vendetta, it's still not going to go right for you. But if you allow yourself to really step back and really look at all the emergency exits, look at the knowledge that's been constantly placed on you. There's a lot of things that goes on in the world that people don't really talk about. There's a lot of people that go through things, but they still, they're still either they closed off, they got, a big chip on their shoulder, or there's some people that go through the pain, but the way they go through their pain is through a lot of bad stuff. But trust and believe, there's somebody out there whose story can beat your story. But it's like a lot of times when we feel like I'm stressed out, I'm this, I'm that, we're counting more of our tragedies and more of our mishaps than less on our blessings. And that's where you miss out on, because more you keep on concentrate on things that has happened to you and not be so focused, not having that one track mind of doing something better in your life, because these things has taken place in your life that can't be changed. These are the things that had to happen for you to remind of what you have inside of you. And at times I try to understand why it got to be something so harsh, why it got to be so traumatic. But that's the only way. Nobody can't do something kind for you and then remind you of what is in the inside of you. Because if you always receive love, you wouldn't know what it felt like to be hurt. You wouldn't go gun ho for somebody out in the street if you never understood what they felt. It was just like, main person I can remind that, after they said that, it gave me a bad taste in my mouth, but I can understand where she came from. It was like one time, I know a lot of people don't like that. I watched the Kardashians. Yeah, I be taking note on certain things they do. And it was just like, I like them for, so their entertainment purposes. But Courtney said one thing that gave me a bad taste in my mouth, and I wanted to slap the Holy Spirit out of her. Where Chloe and I think it was Chloe and Robert, they went down to, I forgot what do they call it, Skid Row or something like that in LA, where people were homeless and people were um really having it bad, and she went down there and, asking about people about what happens to their lives. They weren't, they didn't have to struggle like that. Even though, let me retort that about what Courtney said. She could have had a different way of saying it, but, it was just like she had no compassion when she said what she said. So I don't want nobody thinking it was like I'm agreeing with her, but I don't. But she was being honest about her answer, even though I would have been like, I beg to differ, but I would have never told nobody that because you were blessed with a silver spoon in your mouth, so you never knew what it felt like to struggle. But Courtney and Chloe, Kim, and Robert were like, they want to be able to do something for the community, like that. Their dad always had that standard, like, you've been blessed, so I want you to be able to bless somebody else. And Courtney was like, why do you care? You didn't have to live like that. You never experienced that. So why would you care? And then they just looked back. And ever since then, I really didn't care for that chick. I was like, I like this show, but she need to go. Whoever like her, that's to each his own, but I really don't care for her since she made that type of, even though my family is who they are, wasn't raised like that. My mom's ex-husband made sure I never knew what that felt like. He made sure since my family was that like that, I had to be opposite of that. He wanted me to struggle. He wanted me to suffer. I went through a lot of things that, it really broke me in so many different ways. Like how, when a person says they love you and they give you your last name, this is how you do this, is shit on me, this is what you do. And it's like at times, even though I do what I do, when I say I'm so ready to detach myself from this name, I said my dad changed this name and then he changed it back on contract purposes. He wrote slave on his damn face. And it was just like he changed his name and I'd be spiritually talking to him saying, you know what, Daddy, I want to change my name, but I don't change my name back. I earned my name and I want to be able to keep this name. I have so wanted to detach from that old me, and it's not about, some people say, oh, when you get up there in life and you start doing this, that, and the third, you forget where you came from. No, it isn't, but it's just that purpose. Roslynn deserves that peace. It's time for her to die for my new an improved person to come out, because anytime I feel my name, it makes me feel like everything that has been broke me down. That's what I feel. But it's just, the fact is, I don't want to use that as a crutch, because I'm using that as a milestone, because it allowed me, was blessed for every tragic moment I've ever been through, because it could have always been worse. Always could have been worse. And then it was just like I said today. I was going to take a break. I wake up this morning, I got like an outpour of emails, and text messages and stuff like that. And that allows me to know, what? I love what I do. I really love what I do. It doesn't get to my head. It doesn't make me feel arrogant or conceited. It makes me very humble. And then it allows me to know why I had to go and struggle the way I did, why I had to experience things the way I did, because I was anointed on having that voice and not caring about what people thought of me. Not worried about what people's opinion are about me, because you have to allow that to go. That's where you are letting ego run what you need to do. When you allow yourself to separate from ego, you won't allow yourself to be worried about what people's opinion are of you. Because if truth be told, quiet as it's kept, they probably did a lot of things they don't want other people to know about it, because they're too worried about what people will think. And nobody can judge another person because you sin differently than them. I don't judge anybody. I come in contact with people that have really did some things that has hurt their soul, but that's not for me to judge. I'm not God. Only time I say I draw back from you if you touch little kids. I don't play that. I don't do the R. Kelly type thing, or you start messing around with animals and you're pushing daggone senior citizens down a flight of stairs. Those are the only three things I step back from. I still don't judge you, but I just won't be messing with you like that. But it's just that point that I talk to people. I don't place judgment on nobody. Sit up here and bring up the things that you're going through. Hell, you know what you were going through. That's the reason why you came here to get my help. Try to get that understanding of why we have to go through what we go through, why we have to experience the thing we experience. If you have never experienced the downright gutter butt trollop of trauma that you've experienced in life, you can't go hard for the next person. And a lot of times, whatever you're going for in life, because I'm telling you, what you wanted for yourself, if they didn't give it to you, trust and believe they got something so much better around that corner. You got to understand that a lot of times you wanted what you wanted, but they were going to give you and bless you for what you needed. And then when you get what you get, you'll be drawn back like tears of joy just coming out like, all I want was this little bit. And then you gave me a whole rock of Gibraltar of this. And you're going to be happy. And then you're going to understand why you had to go through those things, why everything had to hit you as hard as they hit you. Because when you allowed yourself, well, our decisions or even people's decisions on placing us on certain paths made you feel like rock bottom, even though you may not experience rock bottom, but you have been there to where it felt like you were drowning in your own pain, drowning in your own sorrow, you know, and those determinations, when you actually have that blessing to do better for your life, you're going to go hard for it because you knew what it felt like to be in that type of situation. I've been there. Hell, I still am. But it's just the fact is, every day I see a better purpose on what is going on in my life. I try not to divert in what I don't have or what somebody has done to me or what people have lied about and this shit didn't come out yet. I can't worry about that. My main focus is on healing. My main focus is to keep shedding my light and keep telling my truth. For my purpose is to help people that come look for me. Your spirit guides has guided you to my channel, or my dad has guided you towards my channel, or your past loved ones that are looking out for you guided you towards my channel. And it's just like everybody I talk to, I've had good experiences and also had bad ones. I allowed myself to keep going no matter if there was something that somebody impacted my life in a negative way. That shows more about you and less about me. Because I'm gonna keep going. I don't care if people are like, oh, your blessings still haven't got here. You don't know what the heck is going on in my life. You really don't, because I don't talk about stuff like that. Because a lot of people can feel like, oh, she's bragging about things. People already feel some type of way. At some people, let me go ahead and rewind. Some people are bothered by who my father is, and they get in their feelings about that. Some people are like, oh my God, now I'm wondering why I was hearing certain songs and, seeing this and this and this and that. Because a lot of people that I'm coming in strong connection with are seeing something that is related to my dad, one shape, form, or fashion. And that's letting you know that that love is real there. Or my dad's basically saying, listen to her story. She has something to say. You may be able to relate to the things that she is dealing with. There's a lot of things I don't talk about, because I feel like I've made peace with that. All I'm only going to do is because, it could have been like, I mean, there's times I've felt like I wasn't doing much in my life. I didn't feel fulfilled. I felt like things were missing in so many different ways. And it's just like when I allow myself to get up in the morning and then I start seeing a whole bunch of text messages and a whole bunch of emails and a whole bunch of, friend requests and stuff like that, because people have, watched my videos and they tell me, Roslynn, I could be going through something, and boom, you put out a video that gives me the confirmation that was truly needed, that I needed in my life. And I said, a lot of times our tragedy can be our best blessing. And at times it's hard to see that. It took me a long time to see that, and then it's just like, I have to allow myself when I get in my feelings about a lot of things that has taken place in my life because I didn't get closure. I didn't get the answers that I truly needed. I had to allow myself to stop staying focused on that, even though it's important to feel that. But, this is not, you're going to get the answer and the closure you needed when it's divine time. But your purpose is right now is to heal. Take that peace. Allow yourself to look at the blessings every day you've been given. You can always allow yourself to be better. Be in competition with who you were yesterday, who you were 5 minutes ago. Because it's like the things I wanted in my life, the way I was doing it, they were just giving me a need to know basis. When I found out who my dad was, and it was like, I've always known this man was connected with me one way, shape, form, or fashion. And it was always weird to me because it's like anytime I've ever talked about it or anything I emulated about him, I was always punished for it. So, having to find that out, and it just seems like his death was my awakening, and there's a lot of things that is sad to me, but it's just like a blessing that that's one thing they couldn't take from me. My mom's ex-husband and his wife worked overtime to make sure that things was, you know, hidden, lied about, stretched the truth. It was like always a gap towards communication because we always had that spiritual connection that they were like freaked out about, because there's a lot of things that when they tried to, my dad would constantly be calling for me, and they would never come up with every excuse in the book for him not to talk to me. But then he was coming to me in my dreams. And it just allows me to think about a lot of things, because I know it's like the more I'm making it peace with myself, a lot of it allows me to go deeper into things that I forgot about, because anytime you have gone through trying times, stressful moments in your life, and when you're allowing yourself to be guided by your anointed, whatever, guided by your gifts and stuff like that, it starts opening up more to give you that piece of understanding of what was shut down, what was forgotten, the gifts that have been switched off. You'll have this situation like I had yesterday. I think it was yesterday and the day before, when I allowed myself to not be succumbed, or in the middle of the chaos of what I'm lacking, or what has been stolen, or what has been you know lost. When I allowed myself to be guided, be open from love, and uh contentment is at least even peace. I felt vibes of everything that was coming from a loving place to just be able to comfort me. You talking about I cried and I cried. So, it was like one of those type of cries, and it allowed me to just say thank you, because it was like that love. Only time I felt that love was with my dad, and that was like something that was really robbed from me. And I felt like, I was robbed of that. But then when I allowed myself to not concentrate on that, because it's like when I allowed myself to stay focused on that, my dad was trying to send me love through spirit, and I was blocking that off because I felt I was more dead set on concentrating on what was stolen from me and being hurt for that. And then I had to allow myself to separate from that. And it's just like I'm only hurting myself by doing that. Me sitting up here concentrate on something that, I can't change. People are people. Not everybody is a monster, but not everything is going on in my life, because it's like, even though the times I never got to connect with him on that way, it's like now there's nothing stopping us from seeing each other in my, from a father to a daughter, and I mean, I feel blessed. I feel so blessed. And it's just like I said today, I was going to take off, and, I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take a breather. Me and my daughter might do something, but, universe has different plans for you. And it was just like, she's like, oh, mom, I'm gonna go out for a while. Do you mind? I'm like, no, go ahead. It's your off day. And then I said, okay, this gave me time to go ahead and, do videos, because I was, talking to a lot of people this morning. And then, I put my dad's music on and was with them, and, and I noticed a lot of times when I'm allowing myself to be guided by love and never by the negative of what I need in my life or what's lacked, I noticed that we come more in tune with each other. And it's always creepy when I sing certain songs where it seems like one person singing the song, when it's like two voices, but it turns into one. Um, and, if you've been with me for a while, you've probably seen the videos that I've done with different videos on my channel. From a few months ago, I did certain songs that hold close, and these things that he's wrote for me. But it's just a lot of things you go on in your life, and you might feel like you are guided towards a purpose on things that you wanted, the things that you see yourself doing, but you never know what universe has in store for you. So don't get upset when you have not got what you asked for, because these are the things you are wanting. And I mean, totally, that's like right when you least expect it, when you allow yourself to be grateful for everything that has taken place in your life, no matter how small it is, when you're showing appreciation, of gratification, of gratitude, of that attitude, that's when the blessings will start rolling in, because they're seeing that you appreciate everything that's taken place. Even when you find $1 out on the street, that's more of $1 that you didn't have. but you can be grateful for that. You know, even when somebody says God bless to you or have a happy day, you allow yourself to hear that, you know, because you never know what somebody's dealing with on the inside, you know, and they're trying to walk and just get that their mind clear. You never know. So it allows me every time I come into contact with people, and I'm trying not to cry because it's so beautiful, that, you know, I can be that voice to tell them, you know, don't take it personal. It doesn't have nothing to do with you, even though they're directing it to you. Is more about how they feel about themselves. So don't ever take it personal. At times you're going through things and you're trying to do the best out of it, but you feel overwhelmed with everything you feel like you're touching. But you have to allow yourself to know during those times, when you ask for strength, those are the times that your prayers are being answered, but they're not being answered how you expect it was going to be answered. So you go through your struggles, you're going through your quest of elevation, of strength, of knowledge, of love, you know, persistence, determination. All these things are coming through those times of storms. That's why you're getting strengthened through those times. So at times you allow yourself to know, you know, it might be hard that day, but the days you can wake up, even though it might not be much, be grateful for that, because it gives you another day to be more loving towards yourself as well as other people. Not allowing yourself to take it personal over somebody else's mess, you know, but allowing yourself to be able to know, even when you don't do anything that day, when you're allowing yourself and you're not being stressed out about how certain things are going, or how far you got to go, or how long you got to keep going without the blessings that you're going for. When you're allowing yourself just to be free and allow things to go to the flow and not trying to control the outcome, that's when more of your blessings will start coming through. So be grateful for those things, because what you wanted, trust and believe, universe is going to give you what you needed, and you're going to really appreciate that. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video. You know, I've been so appreciating y'all support. You know, I've been getting an outpour of so many emails and, you know, text messages and stuff like that, you know, and I try to answer everybody accordingly, you know, because I got to answer them here, I got to answer them over there, and I got to answer them here. So it's been overwhelming, but it's been a beautiful overwhelming, because that allows me to know I'm good at what I do and I'm getting even better. And I'm so blessed to be able to do things like this. I truly am, because it's coming from my heart. I don't ask for anything in return unless it's like peace and clarity and you being happy. You know, when you know that you can relate to somebody else and somebody understands what you're going through, even when the people next to you don't. You know, when you don't say nothing, it speaks so much volumes. And that's what a lot of people need in life. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I'm gonna do a few more. I gotta go run some errands because I didn't even realize how late it was in the day. I'm like, oh my God, because it's been raining. Like, we've been having flash floods like for the last 4 or 5 days. So I know it's also with me, I've been doing a lot of emotional clearing as well. So that's, you know, I'm like, okay, I got it. But, you know, I would love to give a post notification shout out to Miss Linda Bell. Thank you. So welcome to the fam. Catherine Kelly, as well as Divine Time and Jackie Love, one of my soul sisters from another mister. Thank you. And Jade Elise. Um, so like and subscribe, share, you know, tell somebody about the channel, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload some more videos. Um, what else? If you need to hit me up personally, you can always find me on Facebook, and you can hit me up on Messenger. I'm not accepting any friend requests, so I don't know want nobody to take it, you know, take it personal, because I said I'm gonna just go ahead and just stay connected with you on Messenger, because I know I've been getting a lot of emails lately. So it's just like I check them, but you know, it's quicker to get me on Facebook Messenger. You know, I said you can contact me uh Pacific Standard Time from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10:30 in the after evening, well, night, whatever. So if I don't answer you, I'll get to you the next day. If you are overseas, because I deal with a lot of people that are overseas, so those times don't pertain to you, because I know a lot of times we're between 5 and 9 hour difference. So you know, you hit me up, let me know, because I always tell people if it's an extremacy, I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can, because I know a lot of people might be going through some things. They just need somebody to talk to. So, you know, I try to be there, but I also need to be able to take that time to recharge as well. So, like I said, you can find me on Facebook Messenger up under my name. Just let me know you connect with me here on to YouTube, and let me know whatever you need assistance with, and I'll help you out as best way as I can. So know you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I hope you have a beautiful, productive, positive day. You're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest in your life comes 100,000 times more than what you asked for, and it comes so much sooner than you expected it. And give out love, like positivity, as well as prosperity, love, words, vibes, and frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. So much love to you. Thank you for the support. Peace. Be wild, and I'll see you on my next video.